The ancient stone gate groaned as it slowly opened. Golden light spilled across the forest floor. Dust untouched for centuries drifted into the air. Urin stood silently before the entrance. No one has crossed this gate for 20 years. He turned toward Kale. Until today. Rowan exchanged a glance with Kale. Without another words, the three stepped inside. Beyond the gates, an entire hidden kingdom lay beneath the mountain. Ancient towers stood frozen in time. Crystal rivers flowed beneath marble bridges. Gigantic statues of forgotten kings watched over the silent city. This, Rowan whispered, was erased from every history book. Urin nodded, because someone wanted the world to forget. As Kale walked deeper into the ancient city, the royal crest on his hand suddenly began to glow. Not with the golden light he remembered, but with a brilliant silver flame. The statues awakened one after another. Their stone eyes slowly opened. A deep voice echoed through the ruins. The heir has returned. The ground trembled beneath their feet. Before anyone could react, dark arrows rained down from above. Get down. Rowan threw himself toward Kale. The two crashed behind a broken pillar. One arrow narrowly missed Rowan's shoulder. Kale grabbed his hand. Are you hurt? Rowan shook his head. I'm fine. For a brief moment, neither of them let go. Figures dressed in black armor emerged from the shadows. The symbol on their armor matched the strange mark Rowan had seen inside the magical book. Urin's face turned pale. The Shadow Order. They found us. Their leader stepped forward. You've made this easy. Hand over the heirs. We only need one of you alive. Before the soldiers could attack, the silver crest on Kale's hand burst with light. The entire hidden city began to shine. Ancient bells echoed through the mountain. The statues slowly knelt. Urin smiled. The kingdom remembers its king. But deep within the shadows, a pair of crimson eyes watched everything. The game has finally begun. The vision vanished. Kale stood frozen. They destroyed everything. Rowan gently placed a hand on his shoulder. You don't have to carry this alone. For a moment, Kale looked at Rowan's. The pain in his eyes slowly softened. Thank you, he whispered. Rowan smiled. We'll uncover the truths. Together, the enormous palace doors opened on their own. A cold breeze swept through the empty halls. Broken banners still hung from the ceiling. Dust covered the royal throne. It looked as though time itself had stopped. Rowan walked slowly across the marble floor. Someone left this place in a hurry. Urin nodded. They didn't leave. They were forced to. At the center of the throne room, a crystal floated above an ancient pedestal. As Kale stepped closer, the crystal burst into golden light. Images filled the room. A smiling king, a kind queen, a young prince. Then fire. Screams echoed through the palace. Soldiers in black armor stormed the halls. The forgotten kingdom had fallen in a single night. The vision vanished. Kale stood frozen. They destroyed everything. Rowan gently placed a hand on his shoulder. You don't have to carry this alone. For a moment, Kale looked at Rowan's. The pain in his eyes slowly softened. Thank you, he whispered. Rowan smiled. We'll uncover the truths. Together. Suddenly, the crystal cracked. A hidden chamber opened beneath the throne. Inside rested an ancient sword. Its silver blade shimmered with magical runes. Urin knelt immediately. The sword of the first king. It chooses only one. Kale reached toward it. The moment his fingers touched the hilt, the entire palace shook. Far beyond the forgotten kingdom, inside the royal palace of Elindor, the hooded figure entered the king's chamber. Without a word, He removed his hood. The king's face turned pale. That can't be. Are you? The stranger smiled. You buried the truth 20 years ago. Now, I'm here to reclaim it. His crimson eyes glowed in the darkness. The king staggered backwards. That can't be. You died 20 years ago. The hooded man smiled. That's what you wanted everyone to believe. His crimson eyes glowed beneath the palace lights. I've returned to finish what was started. Without another word, he disappeared into the shadows. The king collapsed into his throne. His greatest secret had returned. Beneath the forgotten kingdom, Kale still held the sword of the first king. The silver blade pulsed with ancient magic. Suddenly, golden symbols spread across the floor. The throne room vanished. Kale found himself standing in a memory. Not his own, but one from 20 years ago. A young queen cradled a newborn child. Tears streamed down her face. She placed a golden pendant around the baby's neck. If anything happens, I'll protect him. A royal knight knelt before her. I swear on my life. Moments later, the palace gates exploded open. Soldiers dressed in black flooded inside. The queen whispered one final word. Run. The vision faded. Kale fell to one knee. So the Forgotten Kingdom really existed. Rowan helped him stand. The queen saved someone. The child escaped. Urin slowly nodded. That child carried the true royal bloodline. The enemy searched for him, but never found him. A heavy silence filled the chamber. Before anyone could speak, the ancient pendant hanging around Kale's neck began to glow. He had worn it since childhood. He never knew where it came from. Urin's eyes widened. That pendant, it belonged to the first royal family. Rowan stared at Kale. Then who gave it to you? Kale had no answer. Suddenly, a deafening roar echoed through the Forgotten Kingdom. The palace walls trembled. Outside, a gigantic stone guardian awakened. Its glowing eyes locked onto Kale. Ancient magic echoed through the city. Asterisk asterisk, prove your right to the throne. Asterisk asterisk. The guardian raised its enormous sword. Rowan stepped beside Kale. If we're doing this, we fight together. The stone giant charged.